Well, welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to our to the webinar Wednesday, IPDay's webinar Wednesday. I hope you all are feeling healthy, happy, and inspired. As you can see, we're taking just a moment to type in the chat where we're all joining from on this beautiful muggy Wednesday. Okay, it's good to see all you all. Keep the chat handy here. I'm going to be calling on you. Mackenzie, I'll be in Gainesville tomorrow. So again, I want to thank you for being present today, either being here together live or viewing the webinar later. I also want to support your decision on creating the time and space in your day for professional development. So I'm a firm believer that our mindset, our knowledge, our skills, and our abilities are our most valuable assets. So investing in this, investing in ourselves always pays off for ourselves and for those who we support, our colleagues, our students. My name is Ramin Yazdanpana, and I have the honor and pleasure to lead us in our webinar today, Introduction to Teaching Adult Literacy, Reading and Writing. So that should focus the definition of literacy here a bit, that our focus is on reading and writing, but of course developing other literacies while developing reading and writing literacy. We'll talk a little bit about that more in the webinar. So this webinar presents a 14-week online adult general education literacy course, Introduction to Teaching Adult Literacy. So adult general education, that includes all kind of different programming, right? Whether it be ESOL or in corrections or for GED, IET, adult basic education. So this course is going to be, has been developed to support educators in all of these different adult general education programs. So the course is designed to provide teachers in adult education settings with a foundation applying research-based methods and strategies to the teaching of English literacy across all proficiency levels. The course focuses on the teaching of reading and writing, as well as leveraging and developing other language and literacy skills to help students accomplish their life, academic, and professional goals. In the webinar, we will focus on how this course motivates an informed and reflective teaching practice for you, educators, teachers, to effectively support yourself, your colleagues, and your adult literacy learners. Additionally, the webinar will highlight examples of how the course cultivates a community of professional development and teaching practice, allowing teachers to learn not only from the course contents and activities, but also really from each other, right? And to engage in allowing teachers to support each other. So information on how to register for the upcoming offering of the course, which will actually be the first offering of the course, is what I'm going to discuss right now. So the course Introduction to Teaching Adult Literacy is free. Okay, it's wonderful that it has been funded by funding from the WIOA as well as from the Florida Department of Education, and utilizing those funds to support professional development and growth opportunities such as this. So space is limited. Okay, so if you're interested in registering for this course, if you're serious about registering for this course, I'm going to show you how to do that here shortly. So the dates for the course are September 9th through December 20th, with a break for Thanksgiving. You will receive, upon completion of the course, a 50-hour certificate of completion. And so this is an IPDay, Florida Department of Education certified certificate that you can utilize in to show off your skills and expertise, and of course to add to your curriculum vitae. So registration can be found here through this link, IPDay September calendar. I'm going to show you really quickly how to get there. So when you click this link, and of course this PowerPoint is available to you on the IPDay website, But when you click on this link, here, let me expand this a bit. Okay, you are going to see an event calendar. And then if you click down here to September, you are going to see the different courses that are offered through IPDAY. So we have one, Introduction to Teaching Adult ESOL. So that's also going to be available to you. So if you're interested in registering for that, you can register here. The course that we're discussing today, Introduction to Teaching Adult Literacy. We also have Teaching Adult ESOL Skills for Student Success. That's really part 2 of this course, Introduction to Teaching Adult ESOL. And so, those are just some of the courses that are being offered that you can register, again, for free. Okay, so that's how you access it. Going to the IPDAY website, click on the event calendar, and selecting September schedule of events. And just really quickly, under resources on the IPDAY website, you'll see this Introduction to Teaching Adult Literacy, Reading and Writing. The video will be posted of this webinar there, but you'll see the presentation handout as well as the syllabus of the course here under handout. Okay. All right, so hopefully that was informative to you all. And again, if you're interested in registering for the course, I would do so sooner than later. We will be having an orientation for the course on September 3rd, right? So you'll receive information about that orientation if you register for the course. Okay. So just a few key points before we jump into the webinar here to understand how to kind of engage and interact today. If you have a question, please type it into the Q&A option. I'd like you to use the chat option for most of our interaction during our webinar discussion. So feel free to use exclamation points, emojis, whatever to express your tone and emotion. I can't hear you, so I can just connect with you through the chat. So the more you can engage in that chat, the better, and I'll try to monitor that throughout. So to start engaging and to continue engaging, I should say, using the chat box, I want you to answer yes or no to the question, are you currently teaching literacy development? So just a yes or no here in the chat, if you would. Okay, thank you. All right. So we have a nice mix here of no's and yeses. So that's wonderful. If you aren't currently, perhaps you're going to be teaching adult literacy in the future. Maybe you're just kind of interested in exploring that opportunity. So this is you're in the right place. If you're currently teaching adult literacy, wonderful. This course is actually designed for practitioners in the field to apply what's in the course immediately. Okay. And let me just ask you one other question, if you could answer this in the chat. One thing you love about teaching literacy, whether you're teaching it now, or maybe one thing that you think that you might love about teaching literacy, if you could type that in the chat. So one thing you love about teaching literacy. Why? Why do you love teaching literacy? Okay, and it can be a one-word answer if you like. Okay, so we have vocabulary development, the power of knowledge. Oof, love that. Enriching. Yeah, opening worlds, beautiful. Okay, yeah, new worlds, so open new worlds through reading, right? Reading, communicating, all kinds of stuff. Reading is fundamental. Wow, better citizens, new perspectives, seeing students' progression. You're inspiring me. Thank you for the inspiration. Okay, seeing the light turn on to their faces. Thank you all. What a beautiful way to start here. Okay, so let's go with that. So a little bit of an overview of our course. I'm going to talk to you about the course design, okay, the course outcomes, module topics, some of the competency domains that are addressed and met through this course. Well, we have module topics there twice, but we'll have module activities as well as resources that are available through the course. A lot of resources out there. This course tries to help us to kind of frame the resources and apply the resources to support our professional development as well as to support our students. Okay, so this 14-week online adult general education literacy course provides teachers in adult education settings with a foundation applying research-based methods and strategies to the teaching of English literacy across all proficiency levels, as I stated before. So the focus of the course is reading and writing, as well as leveraging and developing other language and literacy skills to help students accomplish their life, academic, and professional goals. So we can see here that the course is 14 weeks. It's instructor led by a subject matter expert, whether that be myself or one of my colleagues. It's asynchronous online. So what that means is that it is you can access it within your own time. The activities are have a set time, all right? And so that is to keep everyone in the cohort moving along together to ensure and to motivate, to inspire maximum engagement and interaction, okay? But there, we try to make plenty of time for you to complete course readings, to engage in course discussions, and to complete course activities. And we'll talk about all of those here in a moment. But I will say, it's a course, right? It's the real deal. So this is something to where if you're, you need to have the commitment, make the time, and start to get in the mindset and the routine of integrating this into your schedule. So there are synchronous Zoom meetings, kind of like what we're doing right now, but you'll be able to speak and we'll be able to all engage and speak and interact. These are not required, but they're highly encouraged. They're recorded, and so if you can't make any of them, then you can view them later. Course participants are you, right? Adult literacy teachers, coordinators, administrators, anyone who's engaged in teaching adult literacy, as well as working with teachers of adult literacy and students of adult literacy. I mentioned before the 50-hour certificate. Okay, so this is kind of like the overview. I'm going to get a little bit more into this, but the course also facilitates cooperation and collaboration among our cohort of expert adult educators, you, okay, to develop, share, and refine adult literacy teaching activities. So through this process, course participants engage and cultivate a community of adult literacy teaching practice. Okay, so before we get into the course outcomes, let's get back to the chat. So please type in the chat an area of teaching literacy where you feel you could use some support. Okay, so just again, it could be a 1-word or 2-word. What's an area? The first thing that comes to mind? Don't overthink it. What is an area that you feel that you could use some support? Thank you, Stacy. Okay, all right, comprehension. Okay, yes, all areas. I hear that, Monica. Okay, finding interesting reading material, absolutely. Locating relevant and interesting reading material, level appropriate as well. Sentence structure improvement, phonetics, contextualization. Wonderful. Okay, so keep them coming here. Yeah, engaging readers. And where to start, okay? When you have especially low-level literacy students. Okay, wonderful. So let me ask you this now, okay? Please type in the chat an area of literacy, of teaching literacy, where you might be able to support other educators. So what's an area where you feel that you could help others, okay, in the teaching of literacy? So go ahead and type that. And the reason, as you're typing this, I want you to understand the course isn't just kind of looking at this to see us as needing kind of support, or that we have a deficit or a lack of understanding of teaching literacy, although of course we all do, right? We all can improve in our understanding and our ability of teaching literacy and teaching anything that we teach. But it's also recognizing that we are all experts and we all have expertise, we all have knowledge and experience that's valuable. So this course draws on that. And this is really a way to model, this engagement is a way to model of how we should really be engaging in the classroom with our adult learners as well, right? Yes, they're there to learn, develop literacy, develop language, develop expertise, but they have so much to share. Okay, and they have so many ways that they can support us as teachers, as well as their peers in the classroom. Great. All right. So I'm just looking at here some areas of expertise where you could support others. We have language comprehension and techniques, extended response materials to the GE test, writing essays, just being adaptable. Good reading. Okay. Reading materials for adults. So you see we have our expertise here that we can draw on, and we do draw on in our IPDA courses. All right. Thank you for sharing. So some of the course outcomes here. So the following course outcomes were developed based on needs analyses and focus group discussions conducted with key stakeholders. So those are literacy teachers, literacy education administrators, literacy subject matter experts and trainers, as well as our colleagues, our wonderful colleagues at the Florida Department of Education. So we went through this extensive process of doing a needs analyses, and these are the course outcomes that we developed based on that input. So the first is to articulate the need for structured adult literacy instruction across different levels of reading and writing. The next is apply the Florida Adult Education Curriculum framework and matrices to the planning of adult literacy courses. So there's a lot of good kind of information there about the Florida kind of framework for teaching literacy standards, how to apply it, right? It can be a challenge sometimes. So this course takes the time to connect the dots really of those frameworks and how to ground them in teaching practice. Apply appropriate principles, practices, and strategies to the planning and teaching of reading, as well to the planning and teaching of writing. So those are two focus areas of the course. And then to collaborate in the planning of adult literacy courses. So we do that cooperatively, right? Where we do things individually and we share our work and provide feedback. We also do things collaboratively, right? Where we all kind of think about a piece of the puzzle and how we can come together and create really activities and lesson plans that address the needs of students that we're currently teaching or we will be teaching in the near future. Okay, so competency domains. So the American Institute for Research, or AIR, and Literacy Information and Communication System links developed the resource Adult Education Teacher Competencies. You can see the link down here. Which provides the following 4 domains of activity for an adult education teacher. So the first domain is to monitor and manage student learning and performance through data. Okay, so that's one domain that we make sure to focus on and engage in our course. Domain 2 is to plan and deliver high quality evidence-based instruction. So that's another main focus of our course, is to support you, okay, adult literacy educators, in how to plan and deliver high quality evidence-based instruction. Domain 3, effectively communicate to motivate and engage learners. We saw that in our chat, right, of areas that we want to focus on, is how do we effectively communicate to motivate and engage learners for retention, for persistence, which we all know is really the secret sauce, right, of learning. It's persistence, all right? It's just sticking with it. And to apply high quality evidence-based instruction and strategic learning. And the 4th domain is to pursue professionalism and continually build knowledge and skills, which is exactly what we're doing right now. Okay, so congratulations again on engaging in pursuing professional growth and just being present for that, again, for yourself, but also for your students and your colleagues. So the following are the course modules that were developed to meet the course outcomes that we discussed, as well as to apply those competency domains. So module 1 is Foundations of Adult Literacy. Module 2, Applying Florida Literacy Standards. Module 3, Planning for Reading Instruction. Module 4, Planning for Writing Instruction. And Module 5, Bringing it all together and contributing to the field of adult literacy instruction. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you over to the course site, and this is on the Learning Management System Canvas. And so this is the teacher view here, but you see that, let me make this a little bigger here. The contents of the course syllabus. Now, this course syllabus again is on the IPDA website. It's there for you to download and view. If you go here to the handout, right under our webinar topic, you download that and you'll get the syllabus. The links might not work because they're connected to the course, but you can at least see the content. And so we have the contents of the course syllabus, overview, outcomes, topics, domains, resources, course e-learning environment, all the good stuff there. But what I want to get to here, I'm going to click on course module map and take us to some of the activities so we can see how the course outcomes, objectives, and activities align. So we'll see here in Module 1, for example, Foundations of Teaching Adult Literacy. The outcome is to articulate the need for structured adult literacy instruction across different levels of reading and writing. And we have the objectives, right? Participants will analyze the literacy needs, challenges, strengths, and opportunities of adult learners. Apply a given definition of adult literacy to adults in your program. Analyze examples of how literacy research can inform your teaching of adult literacy. Reflect on your current adult literacy teaching practice, focusing on applying the concepts from the course module. Share resources and strategies that support the teaching of research-based literacy. And finally, provide feedback on the module activities and set personal learning goals for the next module. Okay, so there's that for Module 1. You can see the module map, how things are all aligned, all of the resources here. So we have estimated time for each activity, the module activity, the description of it, the resource, and the objective. So again, this is all on that syllabus, and we have the different resources that are going to be made available to you. So there's a lot of great resources out there. This is actually kind of utilizing, drawing on those great resources from a variety of organizations across the US and internationally. So there's that, and then it goes on with Module 2, 3, 4, 5. But I just want to kind of focus here a little bit here with Module 1, just to give you an example. And when we go to course modules, you're going to see, first of all, you're going to see literacy resources. So I'm just going to open that really quickly. And you can see all of the different literacy topics. Okay, I'll let you just kind of glance over that. A lot of different areas, and this is a growing library. All right, this is going to be, you know, when new resources that we become aware of are found, we add them to this. So this is just a nice resource list that's available to you in the course. Okay, and so going back to our modules. There's a questionnaire that you'll take, and again, just so we can all know a little bit about who we are and what our goals are, and before starting the course. Let me just go over to the chat here because I see some questions here. So Jean, for some reason I can't have access to the course to register. You might need to register to be on IPDA first, right? So I'm registered, right? So I have to if I log out here, I have my username and password, I have to log in. So you might need to create a username and password. There you go. Thank you, Megan. Okay. So yeah, once you do that, you'll have access to the event calendar, and then you can go down to register for the course. I hope that helps there, Jean. Okay. So we'll see here that I'm just going to take you on a quick tour of the modules, of this module activity. So we have an overview. And so you'll see there's a module overview video of the module. There's the objectives, that module map that we saw in the syllabus. Okay, and then we get into the module activities. Okay, so this is a discussion. This is actually a literacy learner profile that opens up the modules. There's a literacy learner profiles and literacy teacher profiles. So that's just kind of opening it up there. So just kind of grounding this in the course. Again, some more resources are available in each activity. I'm sorry I'm going so quickly here, but I just wanted to give you an overview of what things look like. discussion, definitions, and concepts. You can see how all of the resources are embedded here, okay, into the directions for the course, as well as discussion questions. This is where you will engage here, okay, through on discussion boards here. Okay, an application activity, so analyzing adult literacy profile strengths and programs. So in this activity, we learn about key factors of literacy development. We also analyze how these key factors are represented in our adult literacy programs to meet adult learners' needs and goals, as well as leverage their experiences and strengths, right? So we talked about that before. So this is walking the walk, right? Walking the talk. All right, so backing up here to modules. Here we have, hey, Jose. We have module 1, Foundation of Teaching Literacy. We have module 2, Applying Florida Literacy Standards. So you can see those similar activities here, okay, in each of these modules. Module 3, Planning for Reading Instruction. Okay, module 4, Planning for Writing Instruction. All right, and then finally module 5, it's really what it all comes together. And this is where throughout the course we actually apply what we're learning and develop lesson plan activities. So this is where we not only we not only develop the lesson plan activities, you're also asked to apply them, okay, and with students. So if you're working with students, fantastic. If you're not currently working with students, perhaps you can work with a colleague or a teacher to apply activities that apply these high quality instructional methods, research-based methods. So this is where we create something, right? We create activities not only for our cohort, but actually to share with the greater population of adult literacy teachers. And we do that through utilizing these sample lesson plate templates provided by the Florida Department of Education to organize a lesson plan that can then be shared with other adult literacy educators. Okay, so this is all. Hey Jane, good. Take care. Good to see you too. All right, so this is just again a broad overview of the course. But I wanted you to kind of get an idea of the course, all of the diverse topics and activities that you will be engaged in, all of the incredible research-based materials and content. When you finish with this course, you're going to feel so good, all right? And you're going to feel just that much more confident and competent. So I really want to motivate you, all right, and really encourage you to, if you're interested in growing professionally with teaching literacy, to go for it, right? To go for it. Enroll in the course. I'll be here to continually motivate you across the way, not only me, but also your colleagues, your peers in the course. This is a great opportunity to connect with, to network with other adult literacy instructors, and to create something, right, that you can share with other educators as well. So do it. Just do it. Okay, just do it. It's natural to have some hesitancy. Oh, I don't have the time. I don't know if I can do it. Let's take it week by week, right? Short goals. That's all I always say. Atomic habits. Start small. Just commit to the first week. Go from there, right? This is habit formation. It's the same with our students. We all learn. We're all the same minds, okay? We need those kind of baby steps, and then those grow into our habits and our routines. Okay, so we already went over this. We went over the different activities. Okay, so just a little bit of a review. And I'm just going to take a break here and look at the chat. Okay, Suzanne, you said, what time is the course? Again, Suzanne, the course is asynchronous, so it's any time that you can attend to the course activities and the course readings. The only time that we will be meeting live Zoom is twice a month And so, just to kind of follow up, to reinforce certain concepts, to answer questions, just exchange, and those times will be announced. Okay, once the course has begun. I'm just seeing Kay. Hey, Kay, this will be the third IPDA course taught by Dr. Amin that I've undertaken. The courses are excellent. Well, you know what, Kay? You're excellent. So thank you for those kind words. Okay, Mackenzie says, I always registered for new administrators of adult education last week and just registered for this course today. How will C priority work? Will I be able to do both or have an option to choose? Good question, Mackenzie. You should be able to take both. I don't see why not. But if you have any questions about that, you can reach out to Tammy Serrano at IPDA, and she'll be able to work with you and support you directly. Okay. Okay. And then Jean, of course. Okay. So for Liliana, you said, how can I access the course in Canvas? Liliana, once you register for the course, we will be sending you access, okay, to the course. And Jean, please work with us again, of course. So once you go to the IPDA website, okay, so you go to the IPDA website. If you haven't registered, okay, then you want to register. This is free through IPDA. So just register. Once you have created a username and password, log in. And then I'm just going to go here to the IPDA main site here. Let me make it a little bigger so you can see everything. And then if you go to event calendar and go to September, you will then see the registration here. Okay, so you can, for this course introduction, you click register here. Okay, and then you can click register now. All right. Again, this will be recorded. If you need a refresher, you can go back and listen to this recording, Gene. I hope that's helpful. So Florida IPDA, my friends there say participants will have access to the course in IPDA's Canvas LMS. If you first register for the course, prior to the course start date, you will receive a notification of enrollment. And at that time, you will gain access to IPDA's Canvas account. Thank you. And also, I would like to say, please register as soon as possible. These courses do fill up. If you don't get access to the course, if the course fills up before, you will be put, I believe, on a waiting list. But if you're serious about it, go for it now, and then that way you'll have your seat, and then you can also receive notification of our course orientation on September 3rd. Okay. All right. Okay. Good questions. Thank you for your great questions. Okay. We just talked about module activities, about this virtual conference where we share our lesson planning activities that we applied. It's a bit like Action Research Light, right? So it's just engaging in reflective teaching, a reflective practice of teaching where we have a problem. We meet that challenge or that problem through developing content, activities, applying these teaching strategies. We observe, right? We get feedback from our students. We get feedback from ourselves through self-feedback. Perhaps even peers come and observe. We get feedback from them, and we share. We share what we learned with each other. Okay, so it's a safe space for us to be open to our challenges, to our successes, and to really share and support each other in the process. Awesome, Gene. I think I've successfully registered. There is no cost to the course. Exactly, Gene. I'm so happy to see that. Thank you. Okay. So we went over the adult literacy, some of the literacy resources and topics. So again, this is a growing resource list, but we know how valuable resources are to everybody, and they're also available for you all to share. Okay, so if you're engaging in professional development at your school level with your own colleagues, which I'm sure you are, you can share these resources with them also. Okay, so continue with any questions. Gloria, there is no cost for the course. Fantastic, amazing. Take advantage of this. All right, this is basically I used to teach a similar course at Florida State University. You all know how much university courses cost. Okay, they're not cheap, and this is free, and you get a certificate So take advantage of this professional development opportunity. Okay, our dear friends at IPDE and the Florida Department of Education are passionate and about supporting you, supporting educators, because we are in the classroom and we are the ones who are supporting our learners. So the more that we can support each other as educators, that's going to benefit our learners directly. It's going to benefit our communities, our businesses, okay? And really together we rise, right? Okay. All right, so in closing, if you want to get in contact with me directly, here's my professional website, fullcirclelanguage.com. Here I am on LinkedIn. Please connect with me directly. You can send me any questions directly as well, all about connecting with my colleagues here in the state of Florida. And please give IPDE your feedback. Okay, so John, we have 2 different courses for September, and the one we want is adult literacy. That's correct. If you're interested in the adult literacy course, that's the one that you sign up for. Okay, so while you're taking this feedback survey, I'd just like to again thank the positive and brilliant IPDE team and the supportive and passionate Florida Department of Education for your support. We truly, truly, truly are lucky to have such wonderful experts who are passionate about supporting us, adult educators. Again, IPDE has provided this presentation in PDF format on the IPDE website, and the recording will be available within 48 hours for review and sharing. I sincerely, sincerely hope your experience in this webinar contributes positively to your professional growth. The next IPDE Wednesday, Webinar Wednesday, is August 28th, okay? And that's going to be discussing IPDE's newly released IET channel updates and resources. So make sure to check that out as well. Okay, I'm going to read here. Megan, thank you. Jana says the FDC is in conference during the week of 9/3. Is the orientation day recorded? Yes, it will be. Yes, it will be. So definitely register for the course. That way that you will, we can make sure to send you the recording of the orientation. Okay, and that will be also provided in the course. Jamal, my name is Ramin Yazdan Pana. And yes, I hope to meet you someday. Sarah, thank you. Martin, thank you. Jean, I hope is it Jean or Jean? I'm sorry. It's after registering, how long to have the access to the Campus course? Really, as long as IPDE is still around and we have that contract. So for a lot of time, okay, you'll have access to the campus course. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. Wishing you all a wonderful Wednesday. And until next time.